Hi, Dawn. Thank you for your email. So you have two questions here. The first one I'm going to do is this one. So your question is, how do I solve for x? First thing you want to do is you want to turn this into a quadratic. And to do that, you want to take the -6 and move it to the other side. So we're going to take x squared minus x equals -6. We want to move the 6 to the other side, so we're going to do the opposite operation, which is add 6, and that's going to give us the quadratic x squared minus x plus 6 equals 0. Once you have the quadratic, you can then solve for x either by factoring or you can use the quadratic formula. I like to use the quadratic formula, which is x is equal to -b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now you use the quadratic equation if you are unable to factor this using the methods that we've discussed already, and you can't. So the next step is to use the quadratic equation. So a is going to be 1, b is equal to -1, and c is equal to +6. I always like to write down what my variables are. So my formula will then look like this. All over 2 times 1. And then when I simplify, I'll get +1 minus 24 all over 2. And then this becomes -1 plus or minus the square root of -24 over 2. And here lies in the problem with this one, is that you can't take the square of a negative number. So that means that the answer is undefined. There is no real number, so no real number that x can be in order to make this equation correct. So the answer is x is undefined for this type of question. But it's not always the case. It's just that when I did the quadratic formula to find x, I did get this problem here where I'd have an undefined number. So that's for that one. And then for this one, you said you have 7x minus 1 is not equal to 0. So in other words, you're trying to figure out what values of x the domain can't be, because then you'll get an undefined answer. So what you do in this case is you're going to solve for x. Just pretend that this not equal sign is an equal sign. So I'm going to bring 7 over by doing the opposite operation. That cancels that out, and I get x minus 1 is not equal to, and 0 divided by 7 is still 0. And then I'm going to add 1 to either side, and I get x can't equal +1. And that's how you do that type of question. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you'd like me to clarify anything with these two answers. Thanks for your question. Bye for now.